Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, a place where we dive beneath the surface of love, relationships, and human connection. Today, I want to share something that resonates deeply with the silent wars we often fight within ourselves, the uncertainty, the hope, the silent tests women set without ever uttering a word. If she's hard to get, it's not because she's cruel, it's because she's quietly asking you, are you really worth my surrender? In the modern world of fleeting likes, fast swipes, and instant validations, real connection has become a rare art. Social media paints a picture where everyone appears available, yet no one truly feels seen. Amidst all this noise, a woman who makes you work a little harder, wait a little longer, think a little deeper. She's not rejecting you. She's craving to find someone who doesn't crumble under the pressure of the unknown. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, the obstacle on the path becomes the path. Her distance, her slow replies, her guarded heart. These are not walls to push through, but invitations to rise higher. Today, we're not just talking about patience or pursuit. We're uncovering 7 hidden secrets, powerful insights that will reveal what a woman is truly searching for when she makes it just a little difficult to reach her. Because behind every strong woman who seems hard to get, there's a quiet longing to find a man who knows his own worth, even when she withholds hers for a moment. Imagine walking through a garden, not picking the first flower you see, but patiently waiting for the one that blooms only under the rarest moonlight. That's what she's doing, and that's what she wants from you, to show that your presence is not desperate, but dignified. That you are the kind of man who doesn't need constant approval to know his own value. Today's journey will not just change how you see women, it will transform how you see yourself. There's a certain cuteness, a certain sacred sweetness in being able to navigate this dance with grace, without anger, without fear, but with quiet power and soulful patience. So, if you've ever been left wondering why she seems close one day and distant the next, know this: you are being invited to reveal your truest, strongest self. Today, we will unlock the 7 secret points that show you exactly how to respond, not react, when she tests your spirit. This will be a journey of wisdom, strength, and emotional mastery. Let's go start. Number 1. True worth is proven in patience, not pursuit. In a world addicted to immediacy, patience has become the rarest currency of true worth. When she makes herself just slightly unreachable, it's not a tactic to manipulate, it's a quiet plea to the universe. Send me someone who won't abandon himself just because he doesn't have me yet. Most men crumble in these moments. They chase, they plead, they push, and in doing so, they reveal their desperation, not their depth. A woman who values herself deeply will never give her heart easily. She's not interested in empty promises or shallow fireworks. She watches you in the silence between your actions. She observes whether you are chasing her validation or standing firm in your own dignity. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." When a woman pulls away, the untrained mind interprets it as rejection. The wise heart sees it as a moment of proving true strength. Patience is not passive. It is the most active form of faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the timing of life, faith that what is truly meant for you will never need to be forced. Imagine a mountain. It does not move simply because the wind howls around it. It stands unmoved, majestic, allowing the storms to pass and the seasons to change. That is the energy you must embody. You don't win a woman's admiration by running after her. You win it by showing you can stand still, grounded, calm, undisturbed, and let her come closer in her own time. Patience shows that you respect her pace, her fears, her wounds. It shows you are not there to consume her. You are there to cherish her once she decides you are worthy. There is a certain beautiful humility in this, a softness without weakness, a waiting without neediness, a strength that speaks louder than any words ever could. In today's world, where men are taught to close the deal quickly or prove their worth through grand gestures, your quiet patience will be the most shocking, attractive thing she experiences, because it says, without saying a word, I know who I am. I don't need to chase you to prove it. This kind of patience is magnetic. It draws her toward you, not because you chased her, but because you created the rarest space in her life, a space free from pressure, expectation, and noise. In that space, her heart can breathe, and when her heart breathes, it starts to recognize where it feels safest. Remember, you are not here to impress her. You are here to express yourself. And the man who can hold himself steady when the world tempts him to rush, that man becomes unforgettable. So when she's distant, silent, or slow, smile gently to yourself. Feel the strength in your own spine. Trust that your worth is not proven by pursuit, but by patience. And quietly know you are already becoming the man she hoped still existed. Number 2, her tests are not attacks. They are invitations to grow. When a woman truly feels something for you, she does not simply offer her heart like a gift wrapped in silk. Instead, she offers subtle tests, small challenges designed not to hurt you, but to reveal you. These tests are not traps. They are invitations. Show me who you are when things are not easy. In modern relationships, especially fueled by the illusions of social media, there is an expectation that love should be effortless, flawless, free of any hardship. But the reality, as old as time itself, remains. Anything precious must be earned with presence, patience, and authenticity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When she challenges you, maybe by being distant, by questioning your intentions, by withdrawing a little, she is not trying to destroy you. She is trying to see if you destroy yourself. Will you react with anger, ego, resentment, or will you respond with composure, clarity, and calm? A woman's tests are not about right or wrong, they are about energy. She wants to feel if you can hold your ground without losing your warmth. She needs to know if you can stay emotionally safe even when storms rise inside her. Every man is charming when life is easy, but the rare man, the man she will quietly fall for, is the one who remains steady when the ground shakes, the one who can witness her fears, her insecurities, her moments of doubt, and instead of fighting them, simply hold space for them. In today's fragile dating world, most men take everything personally. They rush to defend their egos. They argue, they blame, they miss the sacred opportunity hidden in the discomfort to be the man who doesn't flinch when tested, because he knows love is not about winning, it is about witnessing. Understand this deeply. When she tests you, she is not asking for perfection. She is asking for presence, for maturity, for patience, for proof that you are not here just for the good moments, but for all moments. Be like the oak tree in a storm, unmoved, unshaken, not because you are pretending, but because you have built your roots deep enough to survive anything. The man who can see a woman's tests, not as insults, but as invitations, he becomes the man she respects, trusts, and quietly dreams about. He becomes her shelter, not her battlefield. So the next time she challenges you, smile inwardly. Remember, her heart is not testing you to push you away. It is testing you to see if it is safe to come closer. And if you pass, not by fighting, but by understanding, you will not just win her admiration. You will earn something rare, her soul's quiet surrender. Number 3, true power is silent. She respects the calm, not the noise. In a world addicted to attention, where men loudly boast, argue, and compete for validation, the rarest and most magnetic force is quiet power, the man who does not shout his worth, but allows his energy to whisper it into the room. When a woman is truly seeking a man to admire, she does not look for noise. She looks for depth. She watches, not how loudly you speak, but how gracefully you move through the world. She listens, not to your boasts, but to the subtle echoes of your soul. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." True bravery is not about dominance. It is about dignity. It is the ability to know your worth without advertising it. It is the strength to walk away without drama, to disagree without shouting, to lead without forcing. When you embody this silent power, you tap into something ancient, something every woman feels at a primal level. She senses your steadiness. She senses that you are not seeking approval, you are standing in your own kingdom, and that, to her, is irresistible. In today's hyper-competitive dating culture, most men fall into two traps. They either chase endlessly, trying to prove themselves worthy, or they become cold, detached, pretending not to care at all. Both are forms of fear. The man who stands silent and sure is different. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't need to pretend indifference either. He simply is, grounded, open, unattached to outcome. When a woman feels this rare energy, she finds herself leaning in, not because you demanded her attention, but because your soul invited her curiosity. Remember, true masculinity is not about how you act when you're winning. It's about how you remain when things are uncertain. It's easy to be charismatic when everything is perfect. It's divine to remain calm, kind, and centered when the world feels chaotic. Your power is not in your anger. It is in your ability to choose peace, even when your pride aches for retaliation. It is not in your ability to impress. It is in your refusal to perform. True power makes no noise. It demands no loyalty. It simply attracts it. Women, especially women of depth, are instinctively drawn to this kind of quiet dominance. Because in a world where so many shout for attention, the man who needs none commands it all. So, the next time you feel tempted to prove yourself, pause, smile inwardly. Remember, real kings do not scream, they simply exist, and the world adjusts. Be that man. Number 4. Lead with integrity, not just words. In a world where words are cheap and promises are easily broken, integrity is the rare gem that cannot be bought. Hey friends, integrity is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. It is the quiet strength that holds everything together when the external world is chaotic. It's not just about doing what is right when people are watching, but about staying true to your values even in the most challenging circumstances. It's the difference between a man who speaks loudly and the one whose actions speak louder than anything he could ever say. When you lead with integrity, you show her that your character is not up for negotiation. Your values are unshakable, and you don't compromise them for temporary gain or to impress anyone. This is the kind of man who inspires respect in a woman, not by force, but through the sheer force of his honesty and consistency. Think about this. Words are easy. Anyone can say, "I love you," or "I'll always be there for you." But how many people truly follow through on those promises? How many times have you heard someone say, "I'll change," and yet their actions betray them the next day? The trust built from such hollow words fades away quickly. But when you lead with integrity, your actions back up your words. Every promise you make is a testament to who you are as a person. It's easy for someone to say, "I'm committed," but it's another thing entirely to show that commitment day in and day out, through thick and thin. When you keep your promises, when you are true to your values, no matter the temptation or the pressure, you establish a trust that is impossible to break. Integrity builds a foundation of respect that doesn't come and go like fleeting emotions. It's steady, like the unwavering pillars of a great structure that withstands the test of time. Now, think about it from her perspective. When a woman encounters a man who is always true to his word, she is drawn to him on a level deeper than just attraction. She begins to trust him, not just with her feelings, but with her very heart. She begins to see him as a constant, a safe harbor in a world that can often feel unpredictable and uncertain. She knows that no matter what happens, he will stay grounded in his principles, and that is something rare. In a world where so many people are driven by self-interest or fleeting emotions, this kind of reliability is a beacon of strength. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Integrity is not something you can fake. It's not a mask you can wear for a few hours or a few weeks. It is who you are every single day, in every single moment. And when you embody integrity, you don't have to shout it from the rooftops. It's visible in everything you do. Moreover, integrity also means that you are accountable for your actions. If you make a mistake, you own it. You don't shift the blame or deflect. You stand tall and admit when you are wrong, because that too is part of leading with integrity. A man who can own his faults and learn from them is not weak. He is strong. It takes courage to face your shortcomings and improve upon them. And when she sees this strength in you, her admiration for you deepens. To lead with integrity is to lead by example. It's to be the kind of person who does not bend to the whims of external pressure, but instead walks his own path with honesty and self-respect. When you walk this path, it becomes clear to her that you are the type of man who commands respect, not because you demand it, but because you've earned it through your unwavering commitment to living according to your values. When you lead with integrity, she will see you not as someone who simply says things to win her favor, but as a man of true worth, someone who has proven time and again that his actions are a reflection of his words. She will respect you not just for what you say, but for the integrity with which you live your life. That kind of respect is not easily won, but once it is earned, it will be yours forever. Number 5. Maintain a life she can respect, not just a love she can feel. In a world flooded with shallow attention and fleeting promises, the rarest thing a woman encounters is a man who has built a life worthy of admiration, with or without her. Understand this: women are not drawn solely to how much you love them. They are magnetized by the life you have built for yourself. Love without structure crumbles, but when you craft a life so rich, so disciplined, so rooted in purpose, love naturally blooms within it, not as a desperate need, but as a graceful offering. Modern social media often poisons our perceptions, whispering that validation equals value, that attention equals achievement. Men are taught to chase women instead of chasing greatness, and in doing so, they lose both. Marcus Aurelius, standing at the pinnacle of Roman power, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's your compass. When you wake up with a fire for your dreams, when you discipline your mind, your body, your soul, when you guard your peace like a sacred fortress, you do not chase admiration. You become admirable. She notices the way you respect your time, the way you refuse to betray your values, even for temporary pleasure, the way you choose growth over comfort, wisdom over noise, solitude over shallow validation. A man who owns his path fully, unapologetically, commands a woman's deepest respect, because she sees that being loved by you is a privilege, not a possession. This doesn't mean being cold, distant, or arrogant. It means holding yourself to standards so high that loving you feels like being invited into something sacred, not saving someone who has lost themselves. Your purpose becomes the silent music she dances to. Your discipline becomes the unseen gravity that pulls her closer. Women don't truly fall for empty promises. They fall for possibility, for the man who makes them imagine a more powerful, more beautiful life, not because he promises it, but because he lives it. And here's the beauty: when you make your life your masterpiece, women who align with your spirit will naturally want to be part of your story. You won't need to convince, chase, or prove. You simply exist, fully, boldly, magnificently. Remember, the most attractive thing you can offer isn't flowers, promises, or endless attention. It's a life that makes her heart whisper, I want to stand beside this man because he stands so magnificently on his own. Build it, guard it, grow it, because a woman who truly sees your soul will only deepen her love for the man who never abandoned his mission for anyone, not even her. Number 6, be unapologetic ally authentic, even when it's uncomfortable. In a world that constantly teaches us to perform, to impress, to wear masks polished for approval, the greatest rebellion is authenticity. A woman's heart is not captured by perfection, it is moved by presence, the raw, imperfect, fiercely honest presence of a man who refuses to abandon himself for acceptance. Today's social media age glorifies filters, edits, staged happiness. But what is rare, and therefore deeply valuable, is a man who shows up exactly as he is, vulnerable yet strong, flawed yet striving, certain of his values even when those values make him unpopular. Marcus Aurelius once whispered through time, to be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands, unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it. Be that rock. A woman will test you, not to destroy you, but to see if you will betray your essence for her affection. And when you don't, when you remain calm, truthful, and rooted even in discomfort, she feels something most men never awaken inside her, reverence. It's easy to smile when she agrees with you, when the waters are calm. It is when storms come, when misunderstandings arise, when tension brews, that your authenticity is truly tested. Will you shrink yourself just to please her, or will you stay loyal to your inner compass, even at the risk of losing her admiration for a moment? Understand, deep down, a woman respects the man who will not twist himself into knots just to be loved, because if you must abandon your truth to win someone's heart, you will lose your soul in the process, and she, even if she doesn't admit it, will eventually lose respect for you too. Authenticity demands courage, the courage to disappoint others to remain honest, the courage to risk being misunderstood to remain real, the courage to love, not as a transaction, but as a gift that does not need to be earned by falsehood. When a woman feels your unwavering commitment to your own truth, she cannot help but feel magnetized by it. She doesn't just like you, she feels safe with you. And safety, emotional safety, is the soil in which deep admiration and love quietly bloom. Be the man who dares to be fully himself, because in a world full of masks, the soul hungers for something, someone real. Number 7, stay calm and unshaken in moments of conflict. In every relationship, tension and conflict are inevitable. They are the fires that test the strength of the bond. But here's the secret. How you handle these moments speaks volumes about your true character. If you can remain calm, composed, and steady in the face of conflict, it will not only earn you her respect, it will deepen the connection in ways you cannot imagine. Imagine this. She is upset, her emotions are high, and she is looking for a reaction, a defensive, impulsive answer. But instead of mirroring her energy, you stay grounded. You breathe deeply. You listen, not to respond, but to understand. You don't raise your voice. You don't throw insults. You hold your ground with the quiet strength of someone who is unshaken by the storm. This is not passivity. This is power. In those moments, she will see your unwavering control and emotional intelligence, and she will find herself respecting you in a way she never has before, not because you avoided the conflict, but because you stood firm. A man who is secure in his own identity, unaffected by the chaos around him. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In relationships, true wealth comes from being able to handle the storms without losing your center. If you want to be the man who commands respect, practice this quiet strength. In the end, it is not how loud you can speak those matters. It is how powerfully you can remain silent in the face of the storm. Conclusion: as we walk together through the hidden alleys of connection and soul-deep attraction, one truth stands above all. It's not grand gestures or fleeting charm that wins a woman's heart. It's the quiet strength of your character, the invisible energy of your boundaries, the silent command of your authenticity. Today, we uncovered 7 sacred points, each a piece of ancient wisdom lost in the noise of modern love. In a world obsessed with chasing, proving, and performing, remember, the rarest man is the one who chooses presence over performance, truth over approval, patience over pride. A woman who is truly worth your time doesn't just want your attention, she longs for your integrity. She wants to feel your depth, not your desperation. She wants to touch your strength, not your insecurity. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. You are not here to chase admiration. You are here to embody it. Through your silence, your steadiness, your unseen choices, you quietly teach her how to love you in a way words never could. If today's journey resonated with you, if you found even a single thread of wisdom that touched your heart, I invite you to be part of this growing brotherhood. Please like this video if it spoke to your soul, share it with a brother who might need these reminders, and subscribe to the channel so that together we can keep awakening the quiet power inside every man. Remember, true respect is never demanded, it is commanded simply by the man you choose to become. Until next time, stay powerful, stay real, stay rooted.